everybody. It's Alessia from the Radical Health Show. Today is Saturday, January 22nd, 2011. And again, we're in the kitchen. Because I don't know about you, but on the weekend, I feel like cookies. I call it mango madness because we actually don't have a set recipe. We're just kind of winging it. And if it works out, yummy. And if it doesn't work out, funny. So it's a win-win. So first, I have a cup and a half of soaked and dehydrated almonds. And these are fantastic for you. They're so healthy, full of vitamins and minerals, but it's very important that you soak all your nuts and seeds before consuming them, except for a few exceptions like Brazil nuts. But again, there's a show coming all about that. Long story short, cup and a half of almonds. And it's really important that you don't get refined salt from the store, the ones that are white that you get in salt shakers all over the place. Those are actually void of iodine and all the minerals, the important trace minerals. Now you still want to watch your consumption of salt. I'm not saying it's a free-for-all where you salt everything, but if you're going to have salt in your diet, try to make it unrefined. Celtic sea salt, that's the way to go. One mango that I chopped up into little pieces like so. And we also have 4 medjool dates that I pitted and I chopped into little pieces as well. A little bit of coconut oil because I love coconut oil. Cooking with coconut oil is fantastic because it's one of the most stable fats that you can cook with. So in our house anyway, we use olive oil a little bit on low temperatures only. We use coconut oil and of course grass-fed butter. A little bit of cinnamon. Fun fact about cinnamon, I did not know, but there are many types of cinnamon. Who knew, right? Cassia, which is bad. I learned that this is not the right one to buy, but the good news is there's one that's called Ceylon, C-E-Y-L-O-N. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right, but it comes from Sri Lanka and it has a whole bunch of benefits in terms of helping you regulate your blood sugar levels and a whole bunch of other great things. So I'll have more about that when I get my order of real, quote, true cinnamon in. But for now, I'm going to use unfortunately, the one that's not so good. The last ingredient. Now this is a little bit different for most people. These are oat groats, but they're raw. So they haven't been cooked, they haven't been processed. They are raw oat groats. And I soaked them overnight, and then I sprouted them. So I increased the nutritional value of them substantially by sprouting them for 24 hours in my nifty little sprouter. And stay tuned because we're going to have a whole show about sprouting, sprouters, everything you need to know. And there are some sprouters that are better than others, so learn from my mistakes. I have about maybe 6 different types of sprouters, so I've learned which ones work really great and which ones work a little less great. So stay tuned for that. So now you know what we got going on. The first step is to take our almonds and we are going to put them into the Blendtec, which is my high-speed blender. This actually has 3 horsepower. Yes, you heard right. A blender with 3 horsepower. So now you can see, it took my soaked, dehydrated almonds, and I put in the Blendtec, and I made sort of like a flour, kind of like a crumbly texture with it, and that's going to be like a flour replacement in our recipe. Good? Good. So now we're going to put this into our second magical machine, the trusty food processor. One thing you're going to need if you're going to be working with raw foods a lot is a spatula. You will use it, and many sizes too, not just one. You will use them often. Next is our soaked and sprouted oat groats.
How much oat groats is that?
That was, I would estimate about between 1/4 of a cup and 1/2 a cup. Next, we are going to throw in our dates and our fabulous mango. And what's great is that the dates are actually full of iron. I didn't know that until I started to have problems with iron and had to look up what I could have. I found that dried fruits like apricots and dates, they actually have a lot of minerals in them, like on. Probably about maybe have a teaspoon of coconut oil.
No, it's not liquidy.
No, in the summer it's liquid. Oh, second to last thing. Gonna sprinkle a little bit of cinnamon. That was a lot of cinnamon. Oops. Oh well. Keep going. And we're gonna put... I'm so graceful in the kitchen. We're gonna put a nice pinch of salt. We will mix up our mango adventure. It looks good, okay, it looks yummy, but it's a little dry. Therefore, we shall do what almost every raw foodist does when this happens, which is add a little bit of water. So that was probably about maybe a fifth of a cup or so. Tell me an action shot. Observe how now it moves much more optimally. We're tasting. Don't mind us.
It's tasty.
Yep, that's tasty.
But the taste is gonna change once you dehydrate it though.
It's true. So when you put things in the dehydrator, the flavors get more concentrated. So you always want to make sure it tastes not as sweet or not as salty as maybe you'd like it to be. So now I'm going to get my dehydrator trays and we're going to get our hands dirty and make some cookies. Awesome. I wanted to show you my pride and joy, my Excalibur dehydrator. This is a 9-tray model. It is the dehydrator on the market. It's the best. I've looked at tons of reviews of other ones and bar none, this one is more expensive, but if you're going to get into raw foods, it's essential. And you can have 9 of them going. So I've done it before where I have a full dehydrator of goodies, and let me tell you, it's awesome. You need to have some kind of sheet on top of the plastic grill sheet like this, because it'll fall through. But the problem is that they sell, the sheets that they sell with the Excalibur for 20 bucks a piece actually have Teflon in them. And Teflon is really something that you don't want to be putting in your body. I mean, it doesn't belong on your pans, it doesn't belong in your body. The only place that I think it belongs is in bulletproof vests, and it should just stay there. I got these silicone trays from Canadian Tire they were on sale for about 3 bucks a piece, so they were really affordable. Now silicone, I know someone's going to come to me and say silicone's not good either, but you know, silicone is still better than Teflon, so yeah. I'll take my chances with it. So now we're going to go and make some cookies. Come on. We made our cookies really easy, took like 5 minutes. Come have a look if you can. That would be ideal cookie thickness. If you make big, thick cookies, in my opinion, sometimes it's not so good because in the center of the cookie, it stays really moist, and then that's where bacteria loves to party, so I keep it safe, try to keep them a little thinner, and that way it takes less time to dehydrate too. One note is that if you wanted to make it less sweet, you could probably get away with 2 or 3 dates. We put 4 because, you know, we're crazy like that. Later. It's almost 11, so I'm just about to go to bed, but luckily our cookies are ready, so I can show you the final product. And I flipped them at about 3 hours after I put them in. And I heated them for the first 3 hours at about 110 degrees. And then after that, after flipping them, I put the temperature down to 105. They smell really good too. So this is cool because this makes a decent batch. It's not too much. So if you want to make sure that you practice good, you know, responsible portion control, this is a good batch to make.
That is very tasty.
So until next time, this is Alessia wishing you peace, love, and radical health.
1, get off your seat. 2, stomp your boots to the beat. 3, throw your knees in the air. 4, like you